Hey, Cam. Are you ready?
Over here, over here. I'm ready. Well, first off, Xin Jiao, Vietnam. Uh, Cameron here. So happy to get to talk with everyone today. This is my first presentation to Vietnam, and it won't be my last. So you guys are in for a show right now. Let me go ahead and start to share my screen and walk you through what I've learned over the past 20 years in sales. Can you see my screen? Let's see if we go right here. Boom. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So sales and business development 101. Uh, Hopefully, from this presentation, you'll get a sense as to, what sales is, what you need to do in order to be successful, and why you should potentially choose, a career in sales. So with that, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself so you know who you're talking to right now. I launched my career in sales and business development about 20 years ago. Basically in every aspect of life, you're using sales, whether you're, going to a restaurant or getting a new phone or, finding a new house. There's always some aspect of sales in that. So the more that you can master that and communicate and learn to listen first, I think is the most important thing to other people. Listen to what they want, what they need. And as long as you can help them get what they want and get what they need, they're going to help you. So it's kind of putting other people first to some extent. I launched my first business when I was 12 years old. That was going door to door, knocking on people's doors, saying, "Hey, can I help you out with yard work? Can I help you out with raking the leaves? Can I watch your cat? Can I watch your dog?" So that was kind of my first launch into business, and I haven't really stopped since. I've done door-to-door sales. I've done phone sales as well too, where I'm calling 100 people a day and saying, "Hi, my name's Cameron. Do you have a minute to talk?" Going in through the whole thing. I've done SMB sales, mid-market sales, enterprise sales. So pretty much the whole gambit of what we can do. Um, Moving on to the next point, why sales? Why am I in sales? First and foremost, it's really to be your own boss for the most part. They're not going to let people stay in sales if you're not performing, and that's really the second part of that is you are paid by performance. If you don't perform, you don't get paid. The more you perform, the more you get paid. So it's a pretty easy concept to some extent to understand what you have to do to make more money. And I'm not saying that, uh, money is the end all be all, but it allows you to do more things in life, and it allows you to free up more resources. And probably the third thing of why sales is you can really work from anywhere in the world as long as you have technology like this, like Zoom, like Ring Central, where I work. That allows you to be connected with anyone anywhere, whether that's across video, whether that's across Facebook, whether that's across the phone or in person. Technology has really allowed you to operate from any country or any locale in the world. And then just a couple of quick hobbies. I love to travel. I've been to 40 countries in the world, and don't plan to stop anytime soon. Next country up is Guatemala. in South America. Hopefully, you know, no COVID. Um, Languages is a big thing for me too. You know, I started learning French and German and Spanish back when I was a little kid. Some of those I'm better than others. And I'm actually starting to learn Vietnamese right now too. I'm on my second week of learning Vietnamese. So keep you posted. Maybe by the next time we have one of these, it will be in Vietnamese. And then I love mountain biking and food. You can kind of see how you can connect with me down below. I have my Facebook address up there. Feel free to add me as a friend. I have my email address, and then I also have my LinkedIn. So anybody on this call, feel free to reach out to me and let's connect and, you know, just continue the conversation. You're seeing some pictures up here. This is in Morocco. You know, taking pictures with cobras. I know you guys have cobras in Vietnam, so nothing too special for you right there. Cameron Road in Hong Kong, and then all of my friends here in Germany. So this is my foreign exchange partner for about 20 years. And then all of his dad over here, who I've known for such a long time, and some other friends and family right there. But that just gives you some sense as to who I am and what I'm about. And now let's hop into sales right here.
Cameron? Hey, sorry for interrupting, but just pause a little bit, break, and then I can translate what you have said to everyone. Ok, mọi người, mình sẽ cái phần thuyết trình của anh Cam vừa rồi và mình sẽ là người translator cho những cái slide mà anh ấy nói mà các bạn không hiểu ở chỗ nào thì các bạn có thể hỏi lại mình nhé. Và anh Cameron thì vừa mới giới thiệu bản thân của anh ấy trong cái ngành sales. Anh ấy đã có kinh nghiệm trong 20 năm trong ngành sales, từ xây dựng business riêng, từ startup công ty riêng của mình và làm sale ở cho các market khác nhau, từ small business, mid market, enterprise, và anh cũng đã có kinh nghiệm ở các vị trí khác nhau như là sales qua điện thoại, door to door, hay là gặp gỡ trực tiếp với khách hàng. Và hiện tại thì Cameron là giám đốc phát triển kinh doanh business to business ở công ty RingCentral. Và anh cũng đã mention với mọi người đó là sale là một ngành rất là quan trọng và điều gì cũng phải cần đến sales, đúng không ạ? Từ cái cách mà bạn phải sales bản thân mình để kiếm được một cái job mới, cho đến sale những sản phẩm, những dịch vụ, những công ty nào đó, và cái sales quan trọng như thế nào và cái performance của bạn ở trong công ty như thế nào để giúp bạn có thể ở lại, phát triển lâu dài với công ty và phát triển cái career của bạn. Thì anh ấy sẽ bắt đầu sẽ nói rõ hơn, trích ngang một chút về lịch sử tiểu sử thân. Anh ấy thích du lịch, đúng không ạ? Anh ấy đã du lịch 40 quốc gia trên thế giới và con số sẽ còn tiếp tục. Và next stop là Guatemala ở phía Nam Mỹ. Anh ấy nói được 4 thứ tiếng Anh, tiếng Pháp, tiếng Đức, tiếng Tây Ban Nha, và đang học tiếng Việt, và hy vọng là sắp tới nếu mà có những cái buổi học tiếp theo, anh có thể truyền đạt với các bạn bằng tiếng Việt. Và những bức ảnh ở phía trên là những bức ảnh mà anh ấy đi du lịch ở trên thế giới, ví dụ như là chụp với rắn hổ mang ở hay là chụp ảnh với con đường Cameron tên ở Hồng Kông, và chụp ảnh với gia đình của Student Exchange Program của anh ấy ở Đức. Ok, everyone, let's get it started.
Cool.
Cảm ơn Huyền nha. Cho mình xin một vài giây với, mình thấy bạn Trang Trần đang có ý kiến là để tiết kiệm thì mọi người sẽ cắt để hỏi, và lúc đấy thì chị Huyền sẽ giải thích giúp. Thì mình muốn hỏi cả lớp là các bạn vừa rồi Cam vừa nói thì các bạn có hiểu được không?
Good.
Các bạn có cần phải... Yeah, I'm asking them if they need translations.
Okay, cool. So
no translation needed.
That's great. And then if you have any like special words or professional words that you don't really understand, just drop in on the chat and translate it from there. So it would be, yeah, it would save much more time for us. And then Karen tried to explain as easy as possible.
Yes.
All right.
You got
cool.
it.
Peace.
Got it. So this next slide right here, again, this is kind of my first, actually my first time synthesizing this in a presentation. But in sales, first and foremost, you want to know your product top to bottom. You want to know, the ins, the outs, what makes your product special. Why is it different than every other product out there in the marketplace? And what type of market is out there for you to sell your product? Is it in the SMB space? Is it in the enterprise space? Are you selling to wives? Are you selling to teenagers? You really want to have a full understanding of kind of that front end part of the system. And that's going to help you craft the second point right there, which is, what is your value proposition with the product or the service that you are going to sell? What type of money can you save the person, or what type of money can you make that person? And they're both kind of the same things. I believe that money saved is money earned. So you really want to have a good understanding as to how to communicate that to people, so that easy, as soon as you say, my product can help, your business increase customers by 30% in the first year, by doing, email marketing campaigns in conjunction with Facebook ads that will lead to, X number of new customers for you. And you really want to be succinct in, how you say that. So, that goes to my third point right there, which is you really want to fine tune your elevator pitch. And like Win was saying there in the beginning part of the presentation, you want to make it as easy as possible for people to understand what you do, how you do it, and how you can help them. And so you really want to make that, in under 30 seconds or less. And you want to be able to explain that to a little kid and have the little kid say, yeah, okay, I understand, what you do. You don't want to, explain it to the little kid and then the little kid be like, yeah, I don't know what you do. You want to make it very easy for people to understand. The easier that you make it for people to understand, it's just going to make the whole process a lot easier. So I can't stress that enough. Know your product, know the differentiation, what makes you special, know the market, okay? What is the value that you can deliver in the service or product that you're doing? And I see somebody's posting an elevator pitch right there. I got to check that out later. But moving forward with that, get your pitch down flat. Practice it on other people, write it out, and just have people say, do you understand what I'm saying? You're going to be able to see just in their body language if they're squinting their face, or if their eyes are lighting up and they're smiling. You're going to be able to understand there pretty quickly, because I think 80 or 90% of communication is nonverbal. So those are kind of the first couple points that I want to dive into right there. Any translation or any questions on that, maybe? Okay, you guys ping me in the chat and we can talk about that too. Okay, boom, we keep going, let's do it. Okay, so next slide right here. I really want to talk to you about what you need to do on each individual level once you get those first examples down, or once you kind of get that first initial knowledge set down. It comes down to your sales process. If you don't have a process, if you don't have a system, you're gonna fail in sales. I will tell you that right now. You could be, the best, most intelligent person, have the best product out there, but if you don't have a system, if you don't have a process, it's not gonna work. And I had to learn that the hard way too. Once I started graduating from just my own sales and doing sales for companies, you need to have that system in place. You need to have that process in place. And that's why people are going to hire you. That's one of the biggest parts about sales, is having that process, having that system in place so that it is predictable in the long term. And we'll dive a bit deeper into that. But I think first and foremost, you need to get your prospecting down. And when I say prospecting, what I mean there is you need to know who your customer is. Who do you need to talk to? Do you need to talk to the director of customer experience? Do you need to talk to the owner of restaurants? Do you need to talk to, you know, moms and dads? You know, you really want to know who you need to talk to, and you want to find out what is the best way that you can make a list of those people, okay? Whether that's on LinkedIn, okay? LinkedIn, and I'll talk a bit about that in a moment. Or if you want to go to ZoomInfo and start gathering people's email addresses, or Facebook, first and foremost, you want to prospect. You want to gather that list of your market. Who do I need to talk to? What's their name? What's their address? What's their phone number? What's their email address? All that type of stuff. Because again, that's the first part of the process right there. You need a market to go after, okay? The second point of that is to systematize right here. You really need to systematize your outreach so that you have some type of process to follow as you're going through all of these different you know, actions. And when I say actions, that's a phone call, okay? Phone call is step one, maybe. Step two, 3 days later, if they don't return your phone call, email them, okay? If they don't return your email, no problem, okay? Let's show up at their place of business, okay? Let's introduce ourselves to them by just walking into their store. Say, hi, my name's Cameron Halstead, and you know, I love your store, I love your location, and I want to help you grow your business. Can we talk for 30 seconds? Can we talk for a minute? Okay. You know, when I talk about systematization, what I mean there is that a lot of people get discouraged on the front end of sales because they get denied. You know, you're going to go through a lot of denial in sales. That's just a part of the business. Okay. You really need to accept that, hey, they're not denying you. Okay. They have their own life that they're dealing with. Oh, they have their own problems. They have their own, you know, different world. So don't take anything personally in sales. It's kind of hard to detach yourself from that, but it's really a numbers game, and it's a follow-up game. The more you follow up with people, the higher likelihood that you're going to have to make some business happen. Most business does not happen until the 7th follow-up. So you need one call, one email, one Facebook message, one call, one email, one show up. So that's the biggest thing that I want to give you guys right now is just, if you're looking at sales, don't get discouraged by denial. That's just like, don't worry about that. You just need to keep on going, okay? Add more people and keep on following up with them. Make conversation with them. Add value to them. Show them how you can help, you know, with their system, with their business, you know, with their family, with their life, whatever it is. So there are a couple different tools that I'll dive into a bit. Outreach.io, SalesLoft, Yesware, all of these tools, they really help you systematize. But if you don't have those tools, or you don't want to pay for those tools, Excel spreadsheets, okay? Just go on Google Docs and make an Excel spreadsheet and track your progress there, okay? That leads me to my second point, is that you really need to track the progress, okay? On top of systematizing everything that you're doing right now, you want to track your progress. You want to track the engagement. You want to track the responses. You want to track the denials, okay, from all of your contacts, okay? Who said yes? Who said no? Why did they say yes? Why did they say no? You know, you want to find out what's working better than other things, so that you can really focus in your process on the best type of system that's going to make you money, and that's it. you know, I think the biggest thing about sales too is that it's more so about like knowing where to put the X and knowing what to do to actually get there. So, you know, having stuff like this and really systematizing your process, it's going to be like a license to print money. You know, I'm telling you this right now. It's not going to be easy in the beginning. It never is. But the longer that you do something, and this goes for anything in life, the longer that you go and you like figure out, okay, do this here, do that here, the longer that you keep on figuring out, you know, how to do things and how not to do things, because failure is a part of the game. You just need to keep going. It's going to lead to a very successful life. And I'm not just talking about money. You know, I'm talking about, you know, just a mentality of positivity. And we'll cover that in the next slide as well. Any questions so far? Keep going. Just chime in the chat if you have a question, and we'll keep rocking. Okay. So I've seen some invites come through on LinkedIn already from some of the crowd. That's awesome. Connected with everybody right now. Keep those invites coming. LinkedIn is probably the biggest gold mine out there when you're looking to make business happen in a B2B environment. And really what it allows you to do is fine tune who you're looking to connect with. And this is LinkedIn Sales Navigator right here. This is just a screenshot, but you can really customize who you need to talk to. And it's gonna bring up all the lists of the people all around the world, or just in Vietnam, or just in California, or just business owners, people that have been in business for 5 years, or people that have been in business for 20 years. So it allows you to customize these lists. And this is like one aspect of where you can go to find contacts, to sell your product, to sell your service. So if you guys need any tips or tricks on LinkedIn, I think we're going to be doing some other classes on that. But I just want to give you a heads up that LinkedIn is, of course, if you don't already know, it's one of the biggest gold mines out there when you're looking to make business happen. Because the biggest thing about, you know, sales is knowing who to talk to. You need to know who to talk to. If you don't know who to talk to, you're going to be spinning your wheels, and it's not going to be any fun, and you're not going to make any money. Okay. Next up right here, this is something I was talking about on the previous page. Okay. Salesforce. Everybody probably knows Salesforce. They are right down the block from me here in San Francisco. About you know, one of the biggest companies in the world when you're looking at customer engagement, customer tracking, you know, lead tracking, opportunity tracking. So this is really, you know, a type of system that you want to get in place early on in sales, whether that's, you know, for your own business or you're working for somebody else. And like I said, if you don't want to pay for these tools right away, there are free versions out there. And if you don't want to use a free version, you can just use an Excel spreadsheet. But really, you want to track, again, who you're talking to, what you're saying to them. Is it resonating with them? Is it making a connection and you're able to move things forward to the next step? Because you're not going to make, unless you're in like retail sales, you're really not going to make a sale off the first hit. You really need to get people to know you, to trust you. You need to show those people that you understand their problem, that you're talking their language, so that they feel comfortable. That's probably one of the biggest things about sales too, is you have to make them feel comfortable when you're talking to them. If they feel uneasy, if they don't understand what you're saying, if you're hitting them at the wrong time of the day, you know, you want to break down those barriers as quickly as possible and establish rapport. Okay, you want to show them that, hey, I understand your business. I know where you're coming from. You need more customers. You're running an ad campaign and it's not converting. and this is the base system of how you're going to operate and how you're going to track that. So can't emphasize that enough. On top of all of these different systems, you really need a CRM. Okay, and if you don't have a CRM, just get an Excel spreadsheet, get Google Docs. It's free. Okay, I just saw another ad come through on LinkedIn. So hey, keep those ads coming through. Okay, so that's CRMs. Next up, we want to talk about is outreach. Okay, so this is a paid system right here, but it's not too terribly expensive. I believe they have like a $50 a month package, a $100 a month package. But this, I've used a bunch of systems out there, and this is one of the best ones that really helps you systematize your outreach. Okay, it allows you to create email templates. Okay, so it would say, hi Michelle, my name is Cameron. I would love to help you with your business, by making, XYZ widget. And so it allows you to like upload all of those people, okay, to this campaign, and then you can send out those messages. Okay, that'll be step one. Great. That's the first hit. And 3 days later, you want to call and you want to follow up. And this system, it helps you keep track of all of those steps that you need to take in order to get a yes, no, or otherwise. That's the only thing that we're looking to get out of people on these interactions. It's a yes, hey, I'm interested in talking with you. Okay. If we don't get any response back, okay, we keep on following up until we get a yes or we get a no. And then you just keep on adding people to the cadence. And this really shows you what, the statistics of what the analytics are behind your messaging. So it's going to show you, again, what's working, what's not working, and what you need to do to improve your system more and more. Okay, that's a big thing too. You always want to be looking to improve your system. If you're not looking to improve your system, I don't know what to say to you. That life is too short for you to be standing still and doing one thing if it's not working. So employ that Toyota mentality of Kaizen and look for that continuous process improvement. And that really keeps you pushing the barriers. It keeps you experiencing new things. As long as you're experiencing new things, you're trying new things, you're continuing to get better results because you're finding out how not to do things and how to do things better. So again, this program is a great resource to help make that happen. There are other programs out there too, like SalesLoft, Freshdesk. So a lot of different programs out there to help you make that happen. But again, if you don't want to pay for this, use an Excel spreadsheet and say, hey, column 1, it's an email. Column 2, in 3 days later, and use that as your tracking to start off with, okay? But you got to get that system in place. Okay, so my top advice for sales, okay? And I'm going to go through each one of these because I know this presentation was a bit short, but we're going to do more presentations. I believe Michelle is setting up some more for us. We're going to dive into these technologies and maybe do some live demos or some live scenarios, show you guys some templates of what works, how to really make your messaging, fine tune. But first and foremost, top advice for sales is to show up. You have to show up. You have to get yourself out there in front of people, whether that's on the phone, whether that's going in person, whether that's connecting with people on LinkedIn. You have to do that, okay? Very rarely in sales, are you gonna get people calling you, okay? That's a great world to live in. And that's for people like Microsoft. That's for people like Salesforce, people that have, a large business that they are the market leader, okay? So, but starting out, and for a vast majority of sales, and if you want to be really valuable to companies or to yourself, you need to make these things happen on your own, okay? And the only way that you're gonna do that is by showing up, okay? By getting out there and taking advantage of all the different technology that we have today that makes connecting with anybody, anywhere in the world easy, okay? So show up, there's really no excuse for not showing up, okay? Unless you have the COVID, and then stay inside, okay? And then do Facebook only, okay? Number 2 right there is products, okay? Kind of, you know, maybe towards the second or third job that I had, I realized early on in my career that you want to have a network of people, of connections, that you have so many different items that you can sell them. Of course, it's great to have focus, but I think that having a diversified service offering where, you know, at the click of a button, if somebody says, hey, I need help with my phone, or I need help with fax machine, or I need help with website, that you know what to do because you've already had that experience. So I think that, you know, just kind of as you're starting out in sales, it's best to, if you're gonna research a product or if you're gonna sell a product, find out, you know, 2 or 3 other products that help that product succeed, so that people are going to see you as a resource. They're going to say, oh, you know, Cam does websites, or, you know, Cam can help me out with my phone system. You know, Cam can help me, you know, do this as well too. And that just makes you much more valuable, and makes people want to connect with you more and more. And it's going to help you increase your income by a lot. Okay. Third part, we already talked about this, and I can't stress this enough. This is the biggest, you know, one of the biggest aspects of sales. Systematize your process. That's it. Okay. Develop a system that is going to work for you. Something that I said in this presentation might not work for you. Okay. It works for a vast majority of people, but you need to find out what is going to work specifically for you so that you can create predictable revenue. So you don't have to think, oh man, how much money am I going to make next month? How much money am I going to make next year? You know that because you have your system in place and you know what to do. Okay. Don't spin your wheels in sales. Get your system in place early on and it'll pay benefits for you greatly. Did I do that over the presentation? Maybe not. Okay, there we go, Michelle. Number 4 is to stay positive, okay? A lot of people don't make it in sales. A lot of people try it for a month, a day, a year, you know, a week, but they find out like, oh man, I don't like getting rejected, man, this is tough. No, it's not for me. And truth be told, it's not for everybody. But, you know, I think what is going to help you a lot is what I talked about before in the presentation, is if you know, stay positive and you have that mentality that, you know, every no that you get is just, that doesn't mean anything to me anymore. I don't really care about that. I care about the yeses. And I know that each no that I get, the next one might be a yes, you know, and the one after that might be a yes. And so it's going to be peaks and valleys. Okay. It's not, sales is not like this. You know, as much as you want to think, you're going to go like this. Okay. You're going to learn a little bit, downtime, then, you know, up a little bit. You're going to learn some more, a little downtime, then up a little bit more. So you need to stay positive on the downturn, and then really focus on reinforcing the momentum. So when you have good sales, you need to go quick and you need to make that happen, and you need to keep the movement going in that right direction. So biggest thing, just stay positive out there. If you get a no, you know, that's not a problem. Of course, take that no and what they're saying to heart, okay? In that you want to learn why they're saying no, okay? Do you not like my product? Do you not like my service? What don't you like about it? What can I do to make it so that you would buy from me? Okay, can I change the color to red? Can I do mobile service? You know, so the no's are almost as important as the yeses, because it's going to give you that feedback as to what you can do to, again, make business happen. That's what we want to do, but there's a process that you have to follow to make that business happen. Okay. Number 5 is to keep learning. That's one of the biggest things too, just for me personally, and that's what I feel that keeps you young for the most part. If you get stuck in the mindset where I know everything and there's nothing really out there that I don't know. It's a bad position to be in. When you're learning, when you're getting outside of your box, when you're changing, that really helps you, not only for your personal life, but it helps you in business too. So stay hungry, stay learning, stay positive. And then the last point, be helpful. Like what I was telling you about before, before you get into any type of scenario, you want to do like your front end research on the business, on the person, on the market, so that you can find out what you need to do so that you can add value right away. People are they're gonna find that is that it's who does not want help, who does not want like an added resource that's going to help them be successful. So just like I'm doing right now, just like Michelle's doing, just like Quinn is doing, we want to make you guys successful. And so, whether that's across marketing, whether that's across sales, whether that's across learning about, new systems or new technologies out there, we want to help you guys be successful on whatever level that can be. So that's really why I'm here at this presentation. And this is the first one of many that we'll be doing for Vietnam. So these are just some key points to kind of live by. And I would love for you to, just take that to heart. Everything that I'm saying right now, it's in the best interest. It's in the best interest of you. I'm sure if I ran this by, other salespeople, they would more often than not agree with it. And it's just, you want to find these things out sooner than later in your career. So with that, I think I have one question. If one customer is interested in my product, she sent me a message to ask me about price and size. After I show her the price and size, she said nothing anymore. Whether or not it would be helpful if I keep asking her, or should I come back later and send her a message? What is she gonna do? Say no after that? So yeah, I would continue to follow up with her. Of course, you don't want to send her a message every minute, but follow up with her in a week. Say, hey, I was just reaching back out to you. Wanted to make sure that the price and size information made it over okay to you. Is there anything else that I can provide to help us, make a business relationship? So that's something that, again, it's just about follow-up. She could be busy with her kids. She could be busy, on vacation or something like that. So there are a million reasons why people would not respond to you. So don't take that personally. There are a million reasons why people would deny you as well too. Don't take that personally. Just continue to follow up with people until you do get that denial or you get that yes, and continue to add more people, more businesses, more more market that you can go after into your process. And with that's all I had for everybody today. So I want to thank everybody for joining the call, and I think Michelle is going to close us up here with a quiz potentially, or
yes, I do have the quiz for everyone. I'm just not sure if we have time for that.
Okay.
Mọi người đã buồn ngủ chưa? Các bạn có muốn chơi một cái quiz nho nhỏ không? Okay. Mình vừa mới share màn hình, các bạn đã nhìn thấy chưa nhỉ? Các bạn chỉ cần vào trang là kahoot.it, các bạn mở điện thoại ra, sau đấy là ấn vào đường link là kahoot.it. Không cần phải download app đâu nhé, chỉ cần vào đường link này thôi. Sau đấy là họ sẽ bảo các bạn là điền cái PIN vào. Đó. Thì các bạn điền dãy số này vào và sau đó là điền tên. Quyên làm thử xem có được không em? Xem nó có chạy không? Ok, vậy mình bắt đầu thấy tên của các bạn hiện trên màn hình rồi. Và để cho mọi người có hào hứng hơn thì mình xin bật mí, đó là gì? Sắp tới thì bộ 3 Cam, Huyền và Michelle, mình muốn tổ chức một khóa học về marketing và sales. Khóa học này sẽ diễn ra trong 2 buổi và cộng với 2 buổi consultation, tức là tư vấn. Là ngoài việc là dạy cho các bạn kiến thức, kỹ năng, kinh nghiệm, thì bọn mình sẽ tư vấn cho những bạn mà đang muốn khởi nghiệp hay là đang gặp khó khăn trong việc kinh doanh. Đó. Ngoài ra thì các bạn cũng sẽ nhận được rất là nhiều những tài liệu từ khóa học này, và giá của khóa học thì mình nghĩ rất là hợp lý. Lát nữa thì mình sẽ chia sẻ với các bạn. Nhưng mà tuy nhiên là nếu như các bạn là người thắng cuộc thì bạn đầu tiên sẽ được hoàn toàn miễn phí khóa học này. 2 bạn ở vị trí thứ 2 và thứ 3 sẽ được giảm 50% học phí. Nên chúng ta máu lên nhé. Hiện giờ mình đang thấy có 60 bạn rồi. Vừa rồi mình thấy Cam chia sẻ thực sự mình thấy Cam chia sẻ thực sự rất là hay luôn ấy, và rất là chân thành, bởi vì thực sự những điều này là chia sẻ không phải là về chỉ bán hàng, mà nó là cái tâm của người bán hàng các bạn ạ. Mình thấy là ở Việt Nam ấy, hồi xưa ấy, mọi người hay nói là kiểu như là marketing chỉ là nghề bán nước bọt ấy. Mình nên là làm cho mình cảm thấy rằng là nghề nó không được cao quý cho lắm. Nhưng mà khi mà mình sang Mỹ thì mình mới thấy thật ra ấy, thực sự bán hàng nó là cái nghề mà bán giải pháp. Tức ở Mỹ là như thế, tức là người ta bán giải pháp chứ không phải là người ta bán sản phẩm. Người ta mang cho các bạn một cái giải pháp cho bất cứ vấn đề nào mà các bạn gặp phải. Đó. Và vì thế là chúng ta bán với một cái tâm ấy, chúng ta chỉ đơn giản là chúng ta muốn cuộc sống của đối tác, của khách hàng tốt hơn. Nên thực sự đúng không ạ, để tìm được một người bán hàng mà có tâm và có tầm thì không phải đơn giản. Điều này thì mình công nhận. Chúng ta có 74 bạn rồi. Mình sẽ giải thích qua về cách chơi nhé. Đấy là đây là một trò chơi về multiple choice trắc nghiệm. Các bạn sẽ nhìn thấy câu hỏi và các phương án. Các bạn sẽ chọn một phương án, nhưng mà chú ý là chúng ta sẽ phải để ý thời gian nữa nhé. Ai mà chọn càng nhanh thì sẽ càng được điểm cao. Và mỗi câu thì chỉ có một đáp án đúng thôi. Ok. Mình thấy hiện tại đang có 79 bạn. Chúng ta sẽ chuẩn bị bắt đầu nhé.
Ok, I'm ready. Mọi người có cần thêm thời gian để sign up vào không nhỉ? Có cần thêm 1-2 phút không, hay là chúng ta bắt đầu luôn?
Chúng ta bắt đầu nhé. Thì thấy có 82 bạn rồi.
Wait. Sao có bạn Quý Huỳnh và bạn Xiaoron nói rằng là các bạn chưa chắc là đã vào được. Thì không biết là admin Michelle có thể gia hạn thêm 1 phút để cho mọi người chắc chắn là những người muốn chơi đã vào trong cái game chưa?
Mình đã bắt đầu chạy game rồi. Các bạn nhìn thấy trên điện thoại các bạn chưa nhỉ? Chúng ta còn 13 giây nữa.
Ok, I want to be a winner too.
Chúng ta sẽ biết được người thắng cuộc qua từng câu. Yay! Ok, đáp án chính xác ở đây đó là 75%, tức là bây giờ rất nhiều người tìm hiểu về sản phẩm trên mạng trước khi họ quyết định mua hàng. Vì thế chúng ta cần phải chú ý đặc biệt đến digital marketing các bạn nhé. Ok. Chúc mừng bạn Vendy. Biết tên thật của bạn là gì? Đây là người thắng cuộc. Nhưng chúng ta cũng còn rất nhiều câu hỏi nữa cơ. Theo thống kê, trung bình 53% lượng truy cập vào website của hãng đến từ... Các bạn nghĩ đến từ đâu? Câu hỏi này các bạn có thể phỏng đoán. Có phải là đến từ tìm kiếm không nhỉ?
Mình nghĩ là nếu mà các bạn đã biết đến khái niệm marketing và những bạn mà trong ngành marketing thì đây là câu hỏi không phải là khó.
Được truy cập của hãng đến từ Tech Search. Chỉ có 5 bạn lựa chọn đáp án này. Huyền có thể giải thích về câu hỏi này không?
Với cái câu hỏi này thì có thể là các bạn nghĩ là social media thì đóng góp một cái vai trò cũng rất là quan trọng đúng không? Bởi vì trước khi mà học và tìm hiểu thì mình cũng nghĩ như thế, bởi vì social media nó nổi tiếng như thế cơ mà. Nhưng các bạn không hề biết rằng các công ty chi đến hàng tỷ đô cho paid search để một cái quảng cáo mà xuất hiện ở trên social media của các bạn một cách gọi là ngẫu nhiên ấy, thì nó không có gì là ngẫu nhiên cả. Đó là các công ty phải trả cho Facebook, các công ty phải trả cho các mạng xã hội bạn đang dùng để họ chạy những cái thuật toán để làm sao những cái hình ảnh, những cái video của công ty được xuất hiện ngẫu nhiên trên màn hình như feed của các bạn. Đó chính là paid search. Và thậm chí khi mà các bạn muốn mua một cái bút chẳng hạn thì các bạn sẽ tìm hiểu là cái hãng nào là best pencil đúng không? Thì những cái link đầu tiên các bạn nhìn thấy ở trên Google Search là các công ty đã phải trả cho paid search. Hay Amazon, công cụ gần như là tìm kiếm ngang ngửa với Google bây giờ, bởi vì khách hàng bây giờ thậm chí họ cắt luôn cái gói cái xếp là Google ở Internet mà họ search luôn Google luôn, search luôn ở Amazon. Thì những cái list, những cái product mà ở ngay trên top list ấy, họ cũng phải trả tiền bằng paid search. Thế nên là có thể là một cái câu hỏi rất là tricky nhưng mà cũng khá là thú vị để các bạn tìm hiểu.
Đúng không? Chúng ta thay đổi cái mindset đúng không?
Alright.
Ok, câu hỏi tiếp theo. Là đấy bạn Jury là người thắng cuộc. Các thứ tự đúng của các bước nhận thức trong marketing funnel là gì? Câu này các bạn có những 1 phút câu để chúng ta cân nhắc một cách cẩn thận nhé, để chúng ta đừng nhầm. Hôm nay bạn Huyền có nhắc đến marketing funnel này trong lúc giảng rồi đúng không em nhỉ?
Yep.
Em nói nó rất là quan trọng đúng không? Và mình thấy rằng là Facebook Ads ý, khi mà các bạn vào giao diện, cái này hôm nay mình chưa chia sẻ được, nhưng mà về Facebook Ads các bạn vào giao diện các bạn sẽ thấy là nó được phân theo các bước, chính là các cái bước trong marketing funnel này. Nếu bạn nào có vào khóa học thì mình sẽ giới thiệu cho các bạn về Facebook Ads thì nó chính xác là như vậy, chuẩn theo các bước này luôn. Đấy là các bạn sẽ phải đi từ chúng ta ok rồi, chúng ta lúc nào cũng thế, các bạn sẽ đi từ nhận thức. Các bạn có nhớ lúc nãy Michelle đưa ra các bạn ví dụ của website ấy, mình có nói là awareness đấy, khi mà các bạn đang chạy ban đầu thì các bạn phải bắt đầu chạy bằng nhận thức trước để cho người ta biết đến mình đã, đúng không? Rồi sau đó thì người ta sẽ có quan tâm và họ cân nhắc xem có mua hay không, đúng không? Và khi mà họ cân nhắc, ví dụ như là họ cân nhắc giữa mua đồng hồ của bạn hay là mua đồng hồ của nhà hàng xóm. Đó, sau khi họ cân nhắc, họ đánh giá là gì? Đồng hồ của bạn tốt hơn, đúng không? Và cuối cùng thì đến bước mua hàng. Ok, chúc mừng bạn Yuri, vẫn là bạn đang đạt điểm số cực kỳ cao luôn, 3018. Đến với vị thứ 2 và thứ 3 là Nam và Venny. Chúng ta sẽ tiếp tục là người thắng cuộc hôm nay nhé. Google Analytics thì giúp bạn làm gì nhỉ? Về ý kiến khách hàng, hay là đo lường website, thiết kế website, hay làm việc nhóm? Câu hỏi này không khó đúng không? Nếu như các bạn chỉ cần nghe. Ok, đúng rồi, chính xác. Google Analytics giúp bạn đo lường website. Ok. Wow,
Okay.
3 con người siêu sao của chúng ta. Câu hỏi cuối cùng ngày hôm nay đó là elevator pitch nên dài bao lâu? So, Cam, this is the question for your presentation. How long should an elevator pitch be? 20 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, or 2 minutes? Okay, we're gonna find out the winner today in 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! ok, 54 các bạn đã trả lời chính xác. Đây là 54 bạn mà đã lắng nghe và xem slide của Cam một cách ngoan ngoãn và tập trung. Ok, đúng rồi các bạn ơi, chỉ cần 30 giây thôi. Cam, can you tell us a little bit about why it shouldn't be 1 minute or it shouldn't be as short as 20 seconds?
Well, 30 seconds is just a rule of thumb right there. It depends on who you're talking to for the most part. If they have the time to dive a bit deeper, you can definitely go longer, but you want to, of course, just make it as clear and concise as possible for people. So 30 seconds, that should give you enough to like maybe do like 7 to 10 sentences on what your product is, what problem it addresses, what value it can deliver, and you know, kind of how that value would apply to their business. So 30 seconds is just a rule of thumb. Of course, you know, there's, you know, a 90-second elevator pitch or a 1-minute elevator pitch, but 30 seconds, you know, if you're passing somebody on the street or if you're in an elevator with somebody, you're pretty much only going to have about 30 seconds as you're going up to the 29th floor to talk with them. So of course it could be 20 seconds if you only have that much time and you can talk really fast like this, but you want to make sure that people understand you. So 30 seconds is just a rule of thumb. It can be shorter, it can be longer.
Thank you. Ok, cảm ơn Cam đã giải thích nhé. Bây giờ chúng ta đã biết là đâu là người thắng cuộc nào.
Wow. Let's see. 3.724 điểm. Vị trí quán quân gọi tên bạn Ngọc Lê.
Wow. This is so cool.
I'm so